hello once again, everybody. Thomas here. Welcome to SFF180. And yes, Virginia, there is going to be one last Mailbag Monday for 2014. This is Mailbag Monday for December 29th, although most of you are probably going to see this on the 30th because I got in very late tonight from visiting my folks for the holiday. I was going to come in Sunday night, but Saturday night I found myself feeling very sick, like, you know, muscle aches and all the rest of it, and deep chest coughs, and I was like, oh god, that's the last thing I need. So what I did was I just bombed my body with Sudafed and Mucinex and Robitussin and everything in the house. And then I just spent all night Saturday night and all day Sunday just sleeping, reading, on the internet a little bit, just lying down, taking it easy, reading, sleeping, etc., etc. And so the result was that as of last night, I felt considerably better. Maybe not 100%, you can tell my voice is still a little bit raspy, but better. Anyway, but yes, there were books that turned up during Christmas week, before and after Christmas Day. And it's a hell of a stack, I got to say. So it's a good way to send off 2014 with a bunch of new books. A few things you can look forward to. Going to be some changes and some freshening up of the channel with the new year. You can say goodbye to the old Mailbag Monday thumbnail art. I've been using it for a little more than a year. Matt Olson has already designed me a really nice new one, and so that's going to start appearing in January. And there will be more changes and freshenings up. If you, I guess that would be how you'd put it. I don't know. You'd think I would know that sort of thing, but don't. Without further ado, I'm going to stop yammering, and we're going to get into the books. Okay, this is one of those mailbags where the stack is too large and ungainly for me to have held in my lap and lifted up for you, otherwise everything would have spilled everywhere. But, like, here's one thing. Big old box from Paizo publishers. Now, they ordinarily do, well, I think most of what they do are books related to the Pathfinder game series. You know, fiction novels set in that universe and all the rest of it. And I don't usually read, like, game or media tie-in stuff. Not because, I'm not, like, I don't have any chauvinism towards those kinds of books or anything. Some of them are probably really good. But I realized early on when I started my website years ago that the big sad truth was that I was never going to be able to read in my lifetime absolutely everything ever written. And so I had to kind of make some choices. What was I going to weed out? What was I going to just agree not to cover? And there were a few things. There were like graphic novels, media tie-in stuff, things like that. I just sort of set aside and say, all right, well, I'm not going to cover that. Like horror. I love horror myself personally, but again, decided to make sfreviews.net, you know, strictly SF fantasy. You know, it's just it's a triage process more than anything else. Okay, well, I've got a Pathfinder buddy who will be absolutely delighted to get this as a belated Christmas present from me, but this is, I guess, their new Monster Codex. So if you're a Pathfinder player, I guess this thing is happening. And it doesn't say when you all will be able to buy it. No. Well, no, it does. It says now. Available now on Paizo.com and at your friendly local game shop. So it's available now. But here it is, Pathfinder players. A menagerie of mayhem for you to, I guess, kill your buddies with. Monster Codec. Woo! X. Codex. Monster Codec. That would be a computer thing. Okay, now here is a chubby little package that appears to be from Hachette. Okay, I have actually been looking forward to this for some time. This is the first volume in a new epic fantasy series called Burn Down Heaven. I like that title already. By Sam Sykes. This is from Orbit. It's called The City Stained Red. And let's see what this is all about, guys. Okay, well, I guess there's no sell sheet with this, so I'll just have to read from the back. After years in the wilds, Link and his companions have come to the city that serves as the world's beating heart. They've come to claim payment for creatures slain, blood spilled at the behest of a powerful holy man, and Link has come to lay down his sword for good. But this city is no place to escape demons, so I imagine that Link will find himself in circumstances that are not favorable to him, and he will have to use all his considerable wits to get out, and maybe some weapons. But anyway, The City Stained Red, that's not a promise of violence or anything, is it? By Sam Sykes! And because this is a finished copy and not an ARC, I imagine that you can see this in your bookstores probably within a week or two at most. And a package from Random House, which is the highly anticipated finished copy of Pierce Brown's Golden Sun. You'll remember several weeks back, I got the ARC version of this. I am going to be reading these very, very soon, so you should expect a review of both Red Rising and Golden Sun within a week or two at most. But let's have a look here and check the sell sheet just to fill you all in. So this goes on sale Tuesday the 6th, and it says Pierce Brown's epic debut Red Rising. Hit the bestseller lists, it was a big deal. And it continues the stunning saga of Darrow, a rebel forged by tragedy battling to lead his oppressed people to freedom from the overlords of a brutal elitist future built on lies. So yeah, like I said, first book made a big fuss. I've got them both. I'm going to read them both and get very timely on these. So like I said, seriously, expect reviews of both books here. Hopefully by the 6th, if I can pull it off. So wish me luck. And this is most likely going to be a Tor title. And it is, and another one I've been looking forward to. This is the new book by Joe Walton called The Just City. And I already had this actually in ARC form from NetGalley. Although I don't really like using NetGalley, I always vastly prefer to have a finished physical copy to review. So anyway, let's go ahead and check this out, see what it's all about. Okay, an epic novel that combines mythology and time travel while exploring philosophical ideas that humanity has pondered since the days of Socrates and Plato. Here in the Just City, it says, you will become your best selves. You will learn and grow and strive to be excellent. Created as an experiment by the time-traveling goddess Pallas Athena, the Just City is a planned community, populated by over 10,000 children and a few hundred adult teachers from all eras of history, along with some handy robots from the far human future, all settled together on a Mediterranean island in the distant past. The student Simea, born an Egyptian farmer's daughter sometime between 500 and 1000 AD, is a brilliant child, eager for knowledge. Ready to strive to be her best self. The teacher Maya was once Ethel, a young Victorian lady of high learning and a few prospects, who prayed to Pallas Athena in an unguarded moment during a trip to Rome, and in an instant found herself in the Just City with gray-eyed Athena standing unmistakably before her. Meanwhile, Apollo, stunned by the realization that there are things mortals understand better than he does, has arranged to live a human life and has come to the city as one of the children. He knows his true identity and conceals it from his peers. For this lifetime, he is prone to all the troubles of being human. Then a few years in, Socrates arrives. This is like an all-star cast here. The same Socrates recorded by Plato himself to ask all the troublesome questions you would expect. What happens next is a tale only the brilliant Joe Walton could tell. Yeah, well, I'm very eager to read this. Comes out January 13th from Tor, The Just City by Joe Walton. Okay, and here we have another chubby little package. This one's from Random House, though. Okay, well, you'll remember a couple of weeks ago, I got the trade paperback version of Seraphina, a young adult fantasy about dragons by Rachel Hartman. Well, this is the sequel. Coming out in March, and look, even though this is an ARC, they've given it the shiny cover treatment. Check that out. Ooh. So, clearly, very special thing. But anyway, yeah, let's see. This comes out March 10th. And it says, in her Morris Award-winning and New York Times bestselling debut, Rachel Hartman took our breath away with an utterly original, alternative medieval world full of dragons, Seraphina. This novel took the literary world by storm, blah-blah-blah-blah-blah. Let's see. The Kingdom of Gored, a world where humans and dragons share life with an uneasy balance. And those few who are both human and dragon must hide the truth. Seraphina is one of these, part girl, part dragon, who is reluctantly drawn into the politics of her world. Let's see, when war breaks out between the dragons and humans, she must travel the lands to find those like herself, for she has an inexplicable connection to all of them, and together they will be able to fight the dragons in powerful, magical ways. All right, so Shadow Scale comes out March the 10th, sequel to Seraphina. I have both of these books. Let me know if you would like for me to add these to the review queue anytime soon. And another Hachette package. I can always tell because they put them in these crazy vacuum-sealed thingamajigs, so... yeah. Okay, well maybe I better get on the stick and start reading these. This is a book called Blood Will Follow. The author is Snorri Christiansen, I guess. And it's book 2 of the Valhalla Saga. Got the first book, I guess it would have been around the end of 2013. So a little more than a year ago. Which was Swords of Good Men. And so, yeah, as you see, this is a Viking-themed epic fantasy by an actual Icelander, which makes this probably one of the most metal fantasy novels released recently. But anyway, yes, in Christensen's world of Vikings, plundering and pillaging are a way of life, and creature comforts rarely exceed a mug of sour mead. At the start of Book 2, Ulfar Thormodson and Alden Amgrimson make fun of me all you like in the comments, guys, for those pronunciations. Are battered, having barely survived, I guess, a battle that I don't want to talk about because that might be a spoiler. But anyway, yeah, so this is Viking Fantasy, and it comes out the 6th. And so, yeah, if you'd like for me to, you know, check these out and tell you what I think, as always, let me know in the comments. And finally, I have a very unusual looking package because this is from Penguin, but it is thin and flat, almost like a magazine, and I'm wondering if it is a print catalog. If it is, that would be a first for Penguin. I've never gotten anything like that from them, and I've been getting books from Penguin for about 10 years now, so interesting. I'm eager to see what's in this. Well, crap. Color me disappointed. I was really hoping to have something like a summer, spring 2015 Ace Rock Doll catalog. No, but what I got is something kind of silly and frivolous. It's a zombie combat field guide, and it appears to be, yeah, it's a coloring and activity book for fighting the living dead. Yeah. Well, you know, if you have a little zombie warrior in your family, they might find this cute. So let's have a look. Okay, so the creator is somebody named Roger Ma, and this comes out on the 6th, and you see it has things like, who would you save? In an undead outbreak, you may have to make some unfortunate decisions. Most common being, who will you save when you cannot save everyone? Rank the following in order of rescue: mother, father, sibling, spouse, children, best friend, and pets. Well, I'd probably go mother, father, pets, don't have siblings or a spouse. Children, you know, you throw them out because they move more slowly, so they can distract the zombies while you're running away. Yeah, so that would be my thing. Zombie combat scenario, etc., etc. Alrighty then, you get the general idea. You know, zombie activity book fun, but not a catalog. Okay, so I guess that is it. That is all I have for this post-Christmas, pre-New Year's edition of Mailbag Monday, the final episode for 2014. I want to thank you all for joining me. Now, you know the drill. If you are a longtime viewer of this channel, or if you're a brand new sub, whatever you see among all these review copies that I received, let me know in the comments which looks most exciting to you, which you would like for me to prioritize in the review queue. Apart from that, if you enjoyed watching, please leave a like, share this video far and wide with your SFF reading friends, and above all, please subscribe. We are now in that final haul to 1,000 subs for the channel, and that is, of course, subscribing and encouraging everyone you know to sub who loves SFF. That is how the channel grows. So thank you all for joining me once again, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year reading.